heck is a segundo volante? So, things are getting interesting here in Chocotari. The good news is we've won the league. There's a game left in the season. We clinched a couple of games ago. It wasn't really in doubt about 2/3 of the way through the season. I got a lot of the older players who are absolutely upset at me because I haven't been able to get them the playing time that they feel they deserved. And I went over this in a previous episode. We're just not playing any games. I mean, literally, since February, we've had 2, 4, 6, 7 games. There's only so much playing time. I've been getting as much playing time as I can against the under 18s and the B team, but they're still complaining about it. The fact that these are older players who are probably not going to be on the team next season anyways is not a huge deal. What is a huge deal is that there's always been, since about January or so, there's been takeover rumors. The board has said there's no foundation to those, and then the past 2 months they've had to turn around and give us about 240,000 euros total just to keep us afloat. So I mean, we were looking at it here. It's not going to tell us here, is it? Club info. Insecure finances. Estimated value 20,000 euros. Money wise, we're 100,000 in the red. I mean, I'm rounding up there, but yeah, we're 100,000 in the red. There is the money they gave us. We got some back in June when we started, and it's just been part of me wonders how the off season is really going to go. Part of me wonders if we don't start looking for another job. Yeah, granted, this is a journeyman, but at the same time, do I really want to leave if I don't have to? But at the same time, do I really want to stay if this is what I'm looking at? So, I don't know. We were on the schedule page earlier. Good grief, when did we last play? It was Rustavi Sperry, I think, because I had the friendlies. Against Kolketi Kobe, we drew with them, rather, 2-2, thanks to a brace of goals by Jinchiradze. Against Goresia, we beat them 3-1. Mogaladze a goal, Payam a goal, Tvildiani a goal. Against Kolketi 1913, we absolutely stomped them 4-0. Jinchiradze a brace of goals, Magnaze a brace of goals, Takashvili a goal, and Magnese a goal. I've got a brace of goals on the brain, it seems. Injury-wise, holy cow, they have been kind of all over the place. So Altunishvili is out with a broken lower arm, but he can play. He's just limited in practice. Metrovelli's out. This guy bitched and moaned and complained about playing time. I finally got him playing time, and what does he do? He injures his hip. So, yeah, we're kind of at that phase. I started this a little early, actually. We've got 2 games coming up, actually, and I think what I'm going to do is just play the Agrave, I believe? Aragvi game offline, and then we'll come back for Guria, do that, do an end of season wrap up, and then try and figure out what to do next. The reason I did stop here when I was playing through it was because we had our youth intake, and given the stature of this club and the facilities we have, it's not the best. They're saying the top prospect is Sandro Akazava, who is this guy right here, who they're saying is a 3-star potential player. Call me crazy, I'm not seeing it. The 1 composure and the 1 strength and the 2 stamina. I mean, granted, he's 15 years old, but come on. Karen Mkhitaryan is a winger. He's got some speed. He's got no strength. Decent determination, good teamwork, good aggression. Technicals are on the poor side, but again, 16 years old. I mean, there's potential there. I mean, there's potential everywhere, I guess. Zurab Shrikadze. A striker. Not particularly. Not now. His finishing's nice. His determination is nice. His work rate's nice. Natural fitness is good. 3 strength. Good gracious. And we'll check out Bakana Kandalaki here. You know, we'll just go from there. Youth contract set to expire. None of those guys are worth keeping. And we're going to skip that too. So, like I said, what we're going to do is transition here. I'm going to play Aragvi offline, and we'll come back for the Guria match, do an end-of-season review, maybe take a look at the job market. Back in a bit. Well, the game against Aragvi was very nice. We won 3-1. Jinjiradze a goal, Magnadze a goal, Shetsaruli a goal. The board gave us our budget for next season. It's almost exactly the same as this season. No transfer money whatsoever and 12,000 euros to spend, which, frankly, I'm okay with because we're only spending 6,000 euros right now. Or 7,000. Yeah, 7,700. I must have signed a couple of players. I probably signed a couple of players. Plus, we're going up, so some of them are getting raises. And I think maybe if we go, we might get a little money that way too. I don't know. I've been kind of looking at the job market. There's stuff out there, but none of it's really appealing because the teams are probably about in the same financial situation that these guys are, or they're amateur teams. I'm not really interested in going to an amateur team. So today we are playing Guria. They're in third place. And let me check something here real quick. And if they win, they draw with Kolketi. And depending on what happens in the Kolketi match, they could possibly... Kolketi is playing PK Gore. But Kolketi's playing the last team in the league. I don't think Kolketi's losing. Although it would be a completely FM thing if they did lose. So because of that, we're starting probably our best starting 11, except we're not. Levani needs to go there. Chikaradze needs to go there. So we've got Kviltaya in goal, Chikradze, the defensive left back, Ekveliani and Janelidze as the center backs, Takalishvili as the right back, Papushvili and Shetsaruli as the midfielders, Erglamidze and Abtunishvili as the attacking midfielders, Kandalaki and Jinjiradze up top as the strikers. Jinjiradze is one game away from, if he gets the player of the match, he breaks the team record, I believe. I think that's something I saw come up. So, we got our work cut out for us, though. Guria is a good squad. They've had a few tough games. But they're in third. They're fighting for second, so you know they're going to throw everything and the kitchen sink at us, and they're playing a 3... What the heck is that? Takashvili on the throne gives it away, but Shetsaruli should... I spoke too soon. Janashaya. Back to Morong. Out to Magradze. Surrounded. Gets it to Janashaya, though. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but that's how it sounds in my head. Kunsiadze to Kuklava, to Morong, and nice interference there from my number 2, who is Takashvili. Corner kick for Guria. Altunishvili knocks it away. Morong gets it back. Tries sending it in. It's deflected. Magaradze gets it to Erbalidze on the right. He holds it up. Tries setting it in, but he bounces it off a Backmaro player. Erbalidze just kicks it out of bounds. Takashvili on the throw-in. Shetsaruli, Janelidze, Papushvili loses the ball but gets it back. He's got help. He's going to use it. Altunishvili, who loses the ball to Magradze. Kutsalanadze knocks it down. Altunishvili picks it up, though. Shetsaruli with the ball now moving towards the center of the field. Out to Altunishvili on the right, and he powers it by the keeper. His 4th goal of the season. A nice assist by Shetsaruli. Did a really good job of just bringing it right into the center of the field. And Tunishvili was at the upper right corner of the box. No one was around him. A very nice pass. Erbalidze to Shubdidze. Sends it forward. Sersalui is there. Heads it down to Papushvili, who's dispossessed by Janisha. He gets it to Jinshirashvili, who gives it away to Takashvili. Jinjiradze heads it forward. Kandalaki can't get there in time. It's kicked away. Chikaradze picks it up. The ref gets in the way. Janashaya picks it up. Over to Morong. Tries fitting Kutsalanare. And Janelidze gets in his way. Well done. Takashvili stops it from going out of bounds. Long kick forward. Jinjiradze. Erbalidze steps in front of him. Oh, over the top. Kutsalanare is there. It's Kvitliai with a very nice block. I have to say I'm amazed. I'm pronouncing most of these names almost exactly right. And I'm sober, too. Good gracious. 30 minutes into the game. Magradze to Janashaya on the throw, and back to Magradze. He sends it in. Knocked down. Atunishvili picks up the rebound. Drives forward. Loses the ball, but Jinshiraze picks it up. Gets it to Kandalaki. Got between the defenders. Takes the shot, but it's very wide left. Dude, come on. pretty even game statistically. They've had 5-3. We've had 4-3. Our XG is a heck of a lot lower than theirs, but we have the goal. And that is halftime with a 1-0 lead. Can we hold on? How is it a tale of two teams? I have half my team on 7.0s or better, and the rest of the guys are sub 6.5. Akveldiani to Shetseruli. Back to Akveldiani. Shetseruli. Genelidze. Gets it up. Jincharadze's there, and he hits it far post. His 16th goal of the season. That's something we're going to take a look at after this last game here as the season winds up. We're going to take a look at the players. And I haven't looked at them in a few games. I think it's one of those cases where we haven't relied on one player too much. We've spread the wealth equally around. We're about 65 minutes in the game. I'm going to make a couple changes here because I've just got some players playing like absolute crap. Chikradze is going to come off. Molishvili is going to come on. Ergolamidze is going to come off. And I don't have a replacement for him. Monogadze can play. Can Tunishvili play the left? No. He kind of sort of can, so we're going to switch them. And we're going to make him inside forward on the attack. Monogadze, he's okay on the right as a winger. I thought I'd put a guy on the bench properly, but I guess not. This happened to me last game, too. I wanted to take Ergolamidze off, and I didn't have a replacement midfielder on the bench. I know I've signed a couple. I got a couple youngsters, too, who could possibly play. It's also possible with all the youth games and under and B squad games I've been playing, the player's not available. Kevalishvili to Kabanadze. He bounces it off a Choktari player, but he gets it back. Kutsanadze, top of the box, rounds the defender. Kapanadze to Morong. Magradze's there. They're passing the ball too much. Janashaya. And Kvitliaya with a very nice save. Molishvili just sends that out of bounds. They're dwelling on the ball too much. They've had opportunities. Morong with the corner kick in. And it's headed over the crossbar. And Monogadze got injured. We'll bring on Payam. It's not a position he can play, but you know what? He can kind of fake it. Plus he's getting game time. He should be happy. What the heck is going on here? Akveldiani to Altunishvili. Papushvili out to Molishvili, all alone on the left. Centers it in, knocked down. Kandalaki's there, and he absolutely buries it. But counting that as a Molishvili assist, even though a Guria player is the one who knocked it down. I mean, you can't give the Guria player the assist, but still. Let's see what happened here. Molishvili crosses it in. The Guria player just absolutely misplays it. Falls right at Kandalaki's feet, man. You don't miss sitters like that all that often. Kickoff highlight, this is good or bad. Morong ends up with the ball, drives forward, splits the defenders, still driving forward. Finally takes a shot, and it's really, really hard and really, really far and really, really right. And that is the game. We shut them out 3-0. Kandalaki and Jincharadze each with goals. A Tunishvili a goal. Was a good win for us. Monogadze pulled the calf muscle. He's out 3 to 4 weeks. Our under-18 squad had a good season, too. They came in second to Witt, Georgia, which also bodes well for the future, I think. I'm going to save the game real quick, and then we're going to come back and look at the end of the season. Now, we paid out a total of 11,500 euros after winning Liga 3. Okay, so if we sort by appearances, and we look at just the first team, Jincharadze, 22 appearances, 16 goals, 5 assists, 5 players of the match. Genelidze, the defender, 21 goals, 2 assists, 3 players of the match. Shetseruli was a solid midfielder for us, 3 goals, 6 assists. Ergolamidze, all around, very good player, 6 goals, 9 assists, 5 players of the match. Kvitliaya, 21 appearances, a 7.02 rating. So very good games for us. Chikaradze, my young defensive left back, 20 appearances, 2 assists, and a player of the match. Kandelaki, 20 appearances, 13 goals, 4 assists, 2 players of the match. Kernidze. 19 appearances, 1 goal. Were all those first team? No, they weren't. He's on the first team, though, but he kept playing the under-17 games. That's my mistake. I totally screwed that up. Papuashvili, 17 appearances, 2 off the bench, 2 goals, 2 assists, a player of the match. Takashvili, 1 goal, 4 assists, a player of the match. Mulashvili had 4 assists. Manigadze, 3 goals, 3 assists in limited appearances. But if we sort by goals, you can see we spread the wealth around pretty well. Yes, Jinchurajze and Kandelaki had the majority of the goals, but they're the strikers. They should have the majority of the goals. But Erglamidze had 6, Altunishvili had 4, Shatsaruli had 3, and a lot of players with a lot of assists. Erglamidze on 9, followed by 6, 5, and 4. So we weren't relying on just one player to get it done for us. Who exceeded expectations. We were picked to finish second. The biggest win was that 8-2 against Mashakte. Kandelaki had 5 goals in that game. Beating Torpedo. I'm totally going to mangle this here. Kutaisi. 5-2 when they were 2 leagues above us. And the goal of the season is Papuashvili against Gori, which will be this one here. Oh, yeah, that's the one he scored from 28 yards. It was a power shot. Finances, we're not doing well. No new sponsorship deals, no broadcast revenue. Corporate and hospitality was up. Matchday commercial retail was up. A lot of that was probably jersey sales. We sold 90 jerseys. Annual revenue was down. Played the 4-2-4 mostly because that's where our best players got on the field and played their best positions usually. Pretty solid performances all around. I mean, when a 6.79, a pair of 6.79s are your weakest performances, you're doing something right there. Jinsaradze is 7.32, Kandelaki at 7.06, Kvitliayo is the 7.02 in goal. Club awards. Fans Player of the Season was Jinsaradze. He was also the Young Player of the Season. The signing of the season. The goal of the season was Papuashvili. Top goal scorer Jinsaradze. Erglamidze had 9 assists. Erglamidze entered with 5 Players of the Match awards. Kvitliayo had 7 shutouts. So we're record low number of league defeats. And pretty much everybody on the starting 11 was picked. Demianos, Kavigdiani, those are legacy players, I believe. Season review, definitely remember Club Vision expectations. We're gonna keep this. I'm not gonna negotiate with them on that. End of season team meeting. And they're all offended because I said mid-table might be a very nice target. Wow. I mean, my options were poor. I mean, it wasn't we're gonna fight relegation. It was, yeah, we want a mid-table finish. Okay. Report back June 27th, so 8 weeks. I still got an under-18s game left. The plan, and bear in mind Custer had a plan too, is to be here at the start of next season, which means doing what scouting I can, bringing in players on a free. The preseason is going to be huge. There's going to be a lot of players in on trial. If we can find somebody that'll help improve the team, we'll try and sign them. A lot of the older players on the squad who were moaning about playing time and stuff like that, they're going to be gone. We can actually look at that here real quick. So if we sort by the date here, Payam's going to be leaving, Didier's going to be leaving, Tvildiani's going to be leaving, Manigadze is going to be leaving. I've got some other players I need to sign, though. It's like Guliashvili. If I try and offer him a new contract, he's unhappy at the club because he didn't get the playing time he wanted. But for a future prospect who's got 5-star potential, and he's not asking for a ton of money. 120 euros is not a lot of money, especially when I got 5,000 to spend. You know, I don't have a transfer budget, and I think even if I was to mess around with the wage budget and try and get my transfer budget up, it wouldn't be worth it in the long run. But what I'm going to do is go through and these players that I need to sign, I will attempt to do that, to Fedriani, I want to sign again. And then we will come back after what's probably going to be a busy offseason. Now, I'm going to take a look at the job market. If there's a job out there that I think I can get, despite the fact I only have a C coaching license, and it's not really real. I mean, we backdated that thing for crying out loud. We'll see what's out there. We might take a chance or two, but the team has to be at least the stature of this squad and this team. If the finances were better, I'd be okay with that too. But beggars can't be choosers. So until then, next season we're gonna come back and see how we do in the league. I believe it's Liga 2. I should probably check that out. Rules, promotion to National League 2, where we're going to be up against squads like Sione and Gagra, Shakura, Martvili, Rustavi, and Mariani got promoted up. But their seasons are going to be the same as ours were, which means not a lot of games or a lot of times. So we'll see what we can do. If you did like what you've seen or heard, please leave a like. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticism, comments, leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name's FM Jellico, and I thank you for watching.